Oh my God. Guys, we got a 2000 H1 Hummer that we built for a customer about a year ago. Very detail-oriented build. Everything from the paint finish to rims, tires, engine work, interior work. Absolutely loved it. And then he said, you know what? Change of plans. I need to sell the truck. I didn't think this truck was gonna come back to market anytime soon or ever again, especially with the detail work that we put into this truck and all of the money that he invested into this. So let's take a look at some of the footage from the build.
Okay, it was removed. My next step is gonna be removing the half shaft. This is the cooler for the transfer case. You got the in and out, and on the inside, this would be the inside of the transfer case. You see right here, this cooler, as the transmission is running, it's filling up the transfer case full of transmission fluid. This is a chain that has a little too much slack. It should not be moving this much. This is excessive. The chain is stretched out, and what happens is it goes around. It was rubbing right down here, and it created a hole. You can see the scratch marks right here. As it's going in circles, it's just rubbing. This transfer case was replaced at one point. You can tell because the transmission doesn't look the same color as that transfer case. And yeah, this loop shouldn't be there.
Upgrade. This here one's here is going to go to the two vents for the drivers. This one comes to the passenger here. This one goes over to the far side. When you take and you bring all the air out of the air conditioner into a big dead area here, airflow slows down. I've been doing the air conditioners in these trucks for over 11 years, and I think I've learned a little bit. What I've done here is I've taken this whole area out. And you can see this is a stock one, box stock.
On the outside of the truck, we did full Kevlar paint finish, ceramic coating after the paint finish. We let it fully cure, did a two-tone contrast to it with all black accessories, some stainless steel button socket cap hardware here. That combo on this Nardo Gray is hands down one of my favorite colors out there. And the entire build process that we spent on this, it was probably like 8 months just to make sure that everything was done correctly. The detail work that went into this is second to none. So let's do a quick walk around on the truck and I'll show you all the stuff we did on the outside and then get to the inside. On the front, we have a Warren 12K winch. He wanted to keep the factory look to it, didn't want to do the big Viper winch. That's what we went with here. We have a really nice cover plate on it as well. When you get up to the details of this winch, up here, you've got a little cover plate covering the winch, which is really nice. We also have synthetic cable here, the Predator fair lead on here as well. It's all billet aluminum, anodized black. Going up to the brush guard, we've got our D-ring. It wraps up and over the hood to the airlift hooks. Our heavy-duty airlift hooks, which are resembling up-armored Humvee airlift hooks, but they're a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, and they fit perfectly inside our billet steel upper mounts for the D-ring brush guard. We also have our hood gaskets up here with the Predator engraving on it as well. We've got a rigid, low profile, it's our SR light. It is one of my favorite lights out there. Kind of getting away from the big double row lights. I like the single row. The light output is incredible. You really don't need anything more than what you have here as well as up on the light bar. We'll get to that in just a second. Then moving on to the lighting package, we have LED headlights up here, LED turn signals, cleared marker lights, LED oval lights on the side, and then we've got LED lights up on the top center there for the clearance marker lights. We also have a FLIR camera system right here and our own custom mount. Getting back to that detail work, we took the factory grill. He wanted to retain that. He really liked that kind of factory look to it. Textured black, so it matches the D-ring brush guard, the light bar, all the accessories throughout. We also blacked out the mesh grill behind it on the top and the bottom, so it has a very uniform look to it. Onto the snorkel, there's a couple options you can do. Specifically, the light bar kind of impedes on a tall snorkel that goes straight up here. It's gonna get in the way. So he went with a short snorkel. You could also do an offset snorkel or the factory cap. He decided to do the short snorkel right here with the pre-cleaner up here. Moving up to the light bar, this is our heavy duty light bar. It has the two SR lights mounted on either side of it, leaving the center marker lights open. Talked to him about that. Originally, we were kind of talking about doing a full light bar all the way across, but I really like the design here of having two separate lights and then having the center marker lights open, which is kind of cool. Okay, onto the rims and tires. We've got brand new 37-inch open country Toyo tires. These are, in my opinion, the best of the best when it comes to tires. I think there's only like 300 miles or so on the tires. 17-inch method rims, and then we put our center cap here. This is our gear logo design, a solid billet aluminum mount, and it protects this fitting inside here from off-roading. And then you have the stainless steel CTIS line across here. Moving down the truck, you'll notice that all the accessories are all powder coated black, as well as stainless steel button socket cap hardware. Take a look at this, Jason. Check this out. So this is a battery maintainer. Plug an extension cord into it. There's an onboard charging system on the batteries right here. So you don't even notice it. It's in there. It's easy to get to and access. Again, I already talked about the Kevlar paint, but one thing I didn't talk about, when it goes through the Kevlar paint process, we strip the vehicle down entirely. Doors come off, electrical comes out of the doors, they get fully stripped down. The windshields come out, door handles get removed, new plastic bezel goes in place here, as if it came from the factory with all brand new seals, gaskets. The door gaskets inside here have all been replaced. No corners have been cut on this process of the paint work. The rocker panel protection was repowder coated black. This really ties it all together to give it some nice contrast. Coming to the back of the truck, you got the oval side lights here, a new 4-inch exhaust system, powder coated black with 5-inch double wall stainless steel tip. All the accessories repowder coated black, billet aluminum design here. This is our generation 2 with integrated LED lights, turn signals, stop, as well as reverse lights and running lights. So this is not our bumper, but we did repowder coat the bumper, and then we did integrate a much brighter rigid reverse light down there. Billet aluminum fuel doors. About a year ago, we redesigned this and it says use diesel fuel only, emulating the factory little placards that go on here. This is just a much higher quality finish and it looks a lot better too, having that engraved in the billet aluminum design. So let's go ahead and jump inside the truck and I'll show you what we've done inside there. Okay, so we're inside the truck now. And as you can tell, it looks completely different from most normal Hummers out there. Everything on the inside has been covered in black leather or black suede. Starting with the seats here, these are all custom made seats upstairs with Roy. Everything's been refoamed, extremely supportive, extremely firm. Everything's covered in leather. We take the original seats and just restore all of it. It's a lot more supportive on the sides. The seat bolsters down here have been refoamed. We also give it a different look to it as well by reshaping the seat and create more of a squared off look to it that kind of fits the H1 Hummer. Finished off the interior with wrapping every panel in black leather with a little bit of contrast stitching in a dark gray as well. Overhead console right up here, covered in leather. This headliner itself is suede. So we did virtually everything in black leather except for the headliner here as well as here and in the back. On the door panels, they match all the leather on the inside of the truck as well as the pattern here on the seats. But we also put in brand new billet aluminum Predator door handles. So when you grab a hold of the door, there's a little bit more weight to it and that's because of these door handles back here. Okay, so now inside the truck, this is what I really like about it. It's just an extremely clean layout. Your instrument cluster up here, you've got your central tire inflation system right here. You've got your main and auxiliary fuel tank selector right here, engine RPM here. And then what we've done is we've relocated and upgraded the HVAC system over here. The advantage is that the driver can control HVAC right here as well as the passenger. So before with the HVAC controls being down here, only the driver can control the HVAC. Secondarily is it opened up all this real estate for a nice Alpine display unit. So we have an Alpine head unit here that's integrated into front and rear camera as well as a FLIR system. Moving down here you have custom switches from the FLIR system to the off-road lights. Everything's conveniently laid out. You also have your scan gauge digital readout down here. You can do some engine performance and data logging, including fuel consumption, which is kind of nice to see. Overall, just extremely clean vehicle. Truck has 87,000 miles on it. She runs extremely well. It's got the 6.5 turbo diesel engine in there. You can do a Duramax conversion. We can knock that out pretty quick for you. So you can go kind of either way. I wouldn't hesitate driving this thing as is. If you're looking for an H1 Hummer wagon, this is it. Everything on here has been done. At $174,900, it's a good deal, especially if you throw the Duramax conversion on it. So check back on the website. We'll have a full list of all the details because there's way too many that have been put into this truck that I can remember, that I can list off. And honestly, if I did, Jason would be killing me because it would be like an hour-long vlog. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Make sure you like and subscribe because we got lots more trucks coming at you, a lot more builds coming at you, and I'll link in a description somewhere. What's a link in description?
The website.
It's PredatorInc.com.
No, it's
just
not
go to PredatorInc.com. A link in description.
Yeah,
down below.
Oh, pushing your head.
What is it? Oh, like and subscribe. See you guys soon.